In a world where the call for accountability is loud, why do lawmakers seem to choose politics over justice? And why does it seem like the solution to a serious impeachment case is just to wait for the next election? That's the question troubling many after Sen. Alan Peter Cayetano announced his decision. He supported the move to archive the impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte. In his statement, he emphasized that the vice president should just be challenged in the 2028 elections instead of using impeachment as a political weapon. Isn't what the Supreme Court said correct? There should be impeachment. But it shouldn't just be used by political rivals against each other. Now, if she really did something wrong, then impeach her, but do it the right way, said Cayetano. But the question is, was the process of archiving the case really correct? This case contains serious accusations that demand a response. For many, turning away from impeachment is turning away from accountability. Especially since many believe there is strong reason to investigate the allegations of corruption and misuse of funds. This is where the perspectives of other lawmakers, like Sen. Panfilo Lacson, come in, shedding light on the possible difficulties of the process. According to Lacson, even if the Supreme Court reverses its earlier decision and declares the case constitutional, the impeachment is still unlikely to move forward. Why? Because in the end, it still depends on the senators whether they will allow the case to be revived. If they stand firm in their decision to archive it, it might not move forward even if the Supreme Court's order is clear. Lacson's statement serves as a reminder to the Senate. The verdict is not only based on the law, but also on the number of votes. And based on the previous voting, it's clear that the majority strongly supports Vice President Sara Duterte. Therefore, despite the Supreme Court's call for a trial, the Senate's decision to dismiss the case may remain firm. That's why there are members of the House, like Representative Terry Ryden, who are not ruling out the possibility of refiling a new impeachment complaint in February 2026. However, as Senator Lacson stated, it seems the process is becoming even more difficult. The current situation is becoming more complicated due to technicalities and the clear bias of the Senate majority. This kind of political scenario makes it harder to prosecute officials in power. This is the reason why, in the eyes of many, Senator Cayetano had the courage to simply challenge his critics to wait until 2028. It's a challenge that seems to address issues of corruption and accountability with a simple, just beat him in the next election. In the end, the question remains open. Which is more important? Is it upholding the process of accountability, or just waiting for the next political battle? What is happening now is a big lesson for all of us. A lesson that every Filipino should listen to. The decisions of lawmakers don't just affect officials, but the very spirit of our democracy itself. So if you appreciated our reflection, please like and share this video. Also, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. And to our new viewers and loyal supporters, thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, On Campanero, Voice of Truth, Sound of History. Let's keep the bell ringing for truth, justice, and freedom.